This is Jim Anderson with Frank George in St. Peter's Square in the Vatican. We have just witnessed the opening of the Papal Mass and coronation ceremony of Pope Paul VI. This, the first outdoors coronation ceremony and Mass of this century. St. Peter's Square, below our broadcasting booth here, is jammed, almost shoulder to shoulder with what must certainly be 250,000 people. Some of them have been standing in this brilliant Rome sunshine since the early and hottest hours of this hot Roman afternoon. Just before 6, 1 minute before 6, the ceremony started. Through some columns just in front of me, the papal guards in their red military uniforms came marching toward us, and then they swung up towards the steps of St. Peter's Basilica. They were followed by the ornate and splendid uniforms of the papal chamberlains, the choirs, and then the bishops of the church, dressed in their white mitres and white robes. They looked something like the wise men of the nativity scene, all colors and all races. More than 200 of these bishops. Then, after the bishops came, also dressed in white, with white martyrs, the princes of the church, the cardinals. Immediately behind the cardinals, then came Pope Paul VI, and the crowd in St. Peter's Square suddenly went wild. There were whistlings and cheerings, and Viva il Papa, long live the Pope, long live the Pope. He was seated on a portable throne carried by 16 men. Over his head was a gold canopy, and around him were all the various chamberlains and officers of the papal court. 3 times in the 150-yard journey to the altar, he was stopped in mid-course by a priest who said, "Sic transit gloria mundi," thus are the fleeting glories of the world. In other words, all the splendor and all the adulation you see around you are only nothing in the eternity of your soul. Finally, the procession went up to the very steps of St. Peter's Basilica, where the Pope is now sitting on his throne now beneath a gorgeous tapestry. And to describe that, here is Frank George.
The Pope is at his throne at the entrance to the Basilica of St. Peter. It is a white throne, and he is dressed in white and gold.